Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now, guys. If you guys are able to listen me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now, guys. If you guys are able to listen me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Okay, great. Awesome, guys. So it's great to see all of you guys joining us right over here. And I will be introducing myself to you guys and what is going to be the session on and what are we going to learn in the session as well. But in the meanwhile, could you guys let me know something about yourself? So, for example, where are you from and what are you currently pursuing? Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. Let's just introduce ourselves first. Okay. So do let me know, guys, where are you from currently? For example, if I'm introducing myself, so I'm currently in Delhi, and let's assume that I'm in college, then I will say that okay, I'm in fourth year of my college pursuing CSC. So could you guys let me know where are you from and what are you currently pursuing, guys? So we are able to have people from Dehradun, Kolkata. We are able to have people from Pune, Hyderabad. Okay, we are able to have people from Nepal. We are having people from Gujarat. So I lived in Gujarat for almost 18 years of my life. So that's great to hear. Okay, we have people from Lucknow, Chennai, Saudi. We have people from Vizag, Ghaziabad, Odisha. We have people from Thane. So that's also great. I live in Chembur itself in Mumbai. I think so. You would know, guys. Okay, Kolkata, Nagpur, Pune. A lot of people I'm able to see from Pune. That's really great, and Gujarat as well. Usually, people from Gujarat attend the boot camps a little bit less. I don't know why, but it's really great to see you guys joining us right over here. Then we are having people from Kanpur, Shirdi, South Africa. We have people from Noida. That's really great to see you guys right over here. So now that you guys have introduced yourself a little bit, it is only fair that I should be introducing myself to you guys as well, right? So let me start with my introduction. My name is Shaurasana, and I will be your instructor for the next 7 days of this awesome bootcamp that I have prepared for you guys. Now, previous bit of experience-wise history, you guys, I know that you guys will be asking me. So let me continue from there. So in the second year of my, I'm not from a very good college, guys. Pardon me for that. So I'm not from any IITs or any NITs itself, a very little known college right over there. But in the second year of my college, I was able to secure a 2 months internship as a data analyst intern in Reliance Industries. In the third year of my college, I was able to secure a 6 months internship working for Lance Geo as a data scientist intern. My first placement was in Google. I was placed in Google as an Explore ML lead, that is a machine learning lead at Google, wherein I worked for almost 1.5 years. After that, I decided to switch my streams into full stack. So I delved into freelancing. I worked with a lot of different companies and startups, working in creating their like entire full stack application, working with MERN stack, DevOps, that is Docker Kubernetes, then working with cloud computing like AWS. And then I'm currently working as an SDE, that is a software development engineer at Arsenal. So that is a quick introduction about me so that you guys are also able to understand who am I. I'm also the co-founder of DevTown, guys. I started this company almost 2 years back as just as a side project. Right now, DevTown has grown to an amazing community of developers and students, as well as companies from all across the globe. And all thanks to you guys for being so enthusiastic about these boot camps, the career counseling sessions, the events that we host. So everything goes to you guys, right? DevTown has helped more than 3,000 students get placed up till this point of time, and I'm myself a technical recruiter as well. So I take up interviews from multiple different companies. I create those interview rounds for the technical assessments and everything. So whatever insights that I'm having related to front end web development, related to learning that, related to getting jobs and internships, I will be sharing everything with you guys. Now there are multiple concerns that I was able to see in the live chat. I was joined a little bit late itself. So the first thing, you don't need to know anything about programming if you're joining this bootcamp. I'll be teaching you guys everything from the utmost basics to learning React.Js, JavaScript, to learning how to create a project in React.Js as well. So from the day one, even if you guys know, okay, what is programming or what is JavaScript or what is React.Js, when you're joining this bootcamp, try to think about yourself as a fresher. That I have no idea related to programming, because there are multiple students right over here who are joining us, right? And they have no idea what these topics are. We need to make sure that everybody that is there joining this bootcamp is able to understand and learn right over here. That is the biggest point, guys. So even if you know a particular topic and you feel that the pitch is going a little bit slow, then just help the other students out, right? That is what we are here for, to create a community while learning. Okay. The second thing is, during the entire bootcamp, you don't need any laptops. Okay. So even if you are having a mobile phone, a smartphone as well, you will be able to learn everything that I'm teaching throughout the entire bootcamp, as well as you'll be able to practice everything that I'm going to teach you guys, as well as you create the project as well directly from your mobile phones. You don't need a laptop, so don't worry that I don't have a laptop but I want to still learn these topics. Don't worry, I will be teaching guys everything in such a way that you can do it from your smartphone as well. You don't need a computer, you don't need a laptop, but if you're having that, that's awesome. Okay, but not everybody has that, right? We need to make sure that we are able to move further with everybody together. The next particular thing, guys, is that we are going to move ahead with, during the entire 7 days, whatever we are going to learn. So the learning part, it is going to be fully practical, because we are going to continuously code right over there. The project will also be done at the last, so that you are able to keep the project on your resume. So it will be a React.js based website that we will be creating. At the end of the bootcamp, you guys will also be receiving the 3 certificates associated with this bootcamp. So this bootcamp has been brought to you guys with Google and Amazon. So they are our partners for these boot camps, and due to that particular fact, you're going to get 3 certificates at the end of the boot camp, guys: a DevTown certificate, a Google certificate, and an Amazon certificate. Now the entire boot camp is free of cost. We don't charge anything for these boot camps. The only thing that is essential for this boot camp is your persistence, is your dedication to learn, is your ability to focus in the class, and your passion to learn at the end of the day. That's it. That is all that we want from you guys. That is all that we care as well. Because at the end of the day, we are here to guide you guys in the right direction. After that, if you want to continue learning, or we'll be showing you the path as well, that will be up to you guys to figure it out. But our job here is that bootcamps are going to continuously go on. For example, the last bootcamp that we had was backend web development bootcamp with Node.js and Express. This bootcamp that you're going to have is React.js bootcamp with like React.js and JavaScript. The next 2 bootcamps that we have already planned for you guys is a normal bootcamp, that is your HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Flipkart clone bootcamp, where you will be learning the in-depth knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript by a backend developer at Lyft, as well as learn how to create the Flipkart clone. Along with that, we have another bootcamp of ours that we are going to start, that is the Python and Artificial Intelligence bootcamp, in which you will be learning about Python, artificial intelligence. You will be making your own AI that can play tic-tac-toe against anybody in the world and always win. So all these different boot camps that we have brought to you guys, everything is for free. Learning, I always assume that it should be for free. It should be accessible to everybody, so that you guys are able to continuously learn. The aim of DevTown is to inculcate the habit within you to learn continuously, to program every single day, because that is how you learn programming, right? So that is all that is going to happen, guys. Of course, the future things I've already told you guys as well. I hope that is fine with you guys, right? So shall we start the today's class, guys? Please let me know. Shall we start with today's class, guys? Please let me know. Okay, so let's get started with our today's class, guys. So what we're going to do today is that, again, just to revise things, even if you know programming, even if you know JavaScript, even if you know React.js, be patient. Again, this bootcamp is not for those guys who are like, be fast, be do this, do that. No, we have to take everybody along with us. You know something, you share it with the rest of the class, let them learn things on their own pace, help them out as well. So today we are going to start with a simple concept. What is React.js? Why is it so important? We are going to start a little bit of practical learning about JavaScript as well, because without JavaScript, you can't actually do React.js, right? So We are going to understand how the web actually works and why React.Js is so important to learn nowadays. Okay, that every single company is like hiring for React developers, they are getting paid a lot as well. So why is that the case itself? So let's start with a simple question. What is this JavaScript, right? Many of you guys might have heard about Java, and you might have heard about JavaScript as well, and you might have confused that is there any relationship between the two? Is Java related to JavaScript? So Java and JavaScript are as related. Both of them are programming languages, of course. Okay, Java and JavaScript, both of them are programming languages. But the relationship between them is they are as similar to each other as apple and pineapple are. Now, again, you guys must be knowing both pineapple and apple are fruits, but there is no relationship between them. Only APPLE, the spelling is common between them. That's it. There's no relationship between them, right? In a similar manner, there is no relationship between Java and JavaScript. Please do not think that, okay, these are related to each other. No, they aren't. Okay, it was just a marketing tactic. The original name of this programming language, JavaScript, was LiveScript. Okay, that was the original name. Now, when it was introduced into the market somewhere around 20 years ago, everybody was using Java. Java was the number one programming language in the entire world 25 years ago. So if you're still learning Java, you are learning something that was in demand 25 years ago, not right now. Okay, so at that point of time, to compete with Java, they created this LiveScript, and nobody was using LiveScript. So they were like, okay, let's rename this. Let's rename it as JavaScript so that people are able to confuse and they start adopting it. And this marketing tactic actually worked very well. Why? Because right now in the entire world I'm talking about, JavaScript is the number one programming language, followed by Python, which is the number two programming language, followed by C++. So JavaScript has become the number one programming language just by marketing itself, right? So that is what we are going to learn in this bootcamp. A very simple programming language, not very simple, but it will be easy to learn, guys. Okay, don't worry about it. Now, okay, so we are learning JavaScript, but what is the utilization of that? Like, is that something that is so widely in use? Now, please try to understand this. 100%, I'm not talking about 99.9%, guys. 100% of the websites that you use, whether it be Instagram.com, Netflix.com, Wikipedia.com, Google.com, YouTube.com, whether it be any website, Spotify.com, most of these websites won't even work without JavaScript. Won't even work. They won't even open up without JavaScript itself. That is how important JavaScript is in today's world, guys, and that is the reason why we need to learn it. Okay, let's see that. Let's see that right now. Mic problem. Let me just check if there is a mic problem, guys. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I will just check if there is a mic problem of something. Don't worry, I am always making sure that if there's a problem, I get it rectified. So I'm muting myself for 2 seconds so that I'm able to understand if there is any problem with the mic. Give me a second, guys. Okay, there's some kind of a little bit noise that is coming up in the middle that I was able to identify, but you guys can ignore that for now. I'll figure out tomorrow in tomorrow's class like how to remove that as well. But maybe it's just the sound of me clicking my buttons and everything, so I can't do anything about that. But I will still see what I can do and make sure that you guys are not suffering tomorrow. But for today, I think so. The voice is clear. There's no issues in my voice in general. Okay, so I've shared my screen, guys. Let's start with this process. Okay. So we'll take out this particular channel. We'll go to a particular website. What do you say? Let's go to netflix.com, right? So what is the utilization? So every website that you actually see on your, like whether you go to netflix.com, whether you go to hotstar.com, you go to youtube.com, any website in the entire world is actually made using just three components. Not one, not two, just three. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, guys. These are the only three components that come together to create any website in the entire world. Now, what is the utilization of this? Let me show you guys a GIF that will help you understand what is the utilization of this very easily. So I had created a GIF for you guys. I hope that I find that GIF right now. Okay, I found it. Great. So this is what will help you guys understand what is the use of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Think about HTML as the skeleton structure of your body. Now for everybody it's almost the same, it's not too different, but it actually gives your body a structure, right? For me it might be that my height is larger and my width is also comparatively a little bit more than normal people. The reason for that is because of my structure, the bone density that I'm having, the kind of height that my bone is able to give me. It gives a structure to my body, right? In a similar manner, HTML provides a structure to your website. Basically the text that you want to put, maybe some quotations that you want to put, maybe some images that you want to add to your website, the basic structure, the basic layout of your website. Now we will be seeing this, how a website looks like just using HTML when there is no JavaScript, there is no CSS. We'll see some popular websites, so you will be able to further understand this concept, that why am I saying that HTML is like the structure or a skeleton of your body. CSS is what provides an appearance, how your styling is done on your website. Background color of your website, it's blue, it's black. You're having some images. What is the size of the image? Is there some kind of animation, like some kind of fading to the image done right over there? What text you are having on your screen? What is the color of that text? How thick is that text? How thin is that text? How small is that text? All this is basically your attributes, like what clothes am I wearing, what kind of accessories that I'm having, how I'm putting up my hair itself. All that is basically my appearance. It basically makes me look good to other people. That is what CSS does. It increases your appearance or your presentation itself. And then you are having JavaScript. JavaScript provides the dynamism to your website. For example, many of you guys might have used the Apple's website. You go over to the entire website, you scroll down, and the MacBook flips itself over, it opens itself over. There's some kind of animations going on. Maybe you have used Netflix website. You hover over a particular movie and it just pops up and it shows you the trailer of that movie or that TV series itself. All that interaction, dynamism between the user and the website is what is built by JavaScript, guys. Let us look at this perspective from actually a practical standpoint. Okay, so let's see some popular websites and try to use it. So I think so my membership is gone off Netflix, so I actually can't show you guys Netflix. Let's go to let's assume apple.com. Okay, apple.in. We'll go to Apple's website. I think so that would be better for us. Let's go to the latest and the greatest iPhone 15 Pro. I don't know who is going to purchase it, but it's there. So let's see that. So as you're able to see, the titanium is fading away. You are having all this kind of cool animation right over there. Let's scroll down below. So you are able to have that pop up right over there as well. Take a closer look. And then you are having the full story. All those moving parts are there. I'm scrolling and it's zooming out. Text is coming to my screen. The video is continuously playing right over here, and all these things are happening. So all this animation that you are able to see, little bit animations that are happening. This is your normal Apple's website. Now let's look at the same website without any JavaScript. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the internet. I'm going to search for Web Developer Chrome extension. Web Developer a Chrome extension. It will just open up the first particular site itself, Web Developer. I've already installed it, so I don't need to reinstall. But if you guys want to check it out, you can definitely do that. That is the reason why I'm showing you guys. So right over here, I'm going to go over to the extension itself. That is the Web Developer Chrome extension. And I'm going to disable my JavaScript. Okay, I'm going to disable my JavaScript. I'm going to refresh this particular site. Now, this site of Apple is now open without any JavaScript, guys. As you're able to see, all that fading away is totally gone. There's no more animation on our website. Just the images are appearing on our website. No animation, no zooming in, zooming out. All the pictures are just there on our website. As you're able to see, nothing is changing as of now because the dynamism has been removed. There's no dynamism between me and the website anymore. I'm not able to interact with my website directly itself. Let's go to some popular websites. Let's try to open up Instagram.com. Let's try to open up Instagram.com, guys. It won't even load up without JavaScript. Similar to that, YouTube as well won't even load up without JavaScript. You go to some other website, let's assume LinkedIn. Let's try to go to LinkedIn as well. Not even loading up without JavaScript. You can't even access the website itself. Okay, so we are able to understand without JavaScript, most of the websites won't even load up, or even if they are loading, there's no dynamism between me and the website anymore. What about removing the styling of a particular website? How a website basically looks like. So let us go back. Let's go to CSS and let's disable all styles. This is LinkedIn as a website without any CSS. Are you ever going to use such a website, guys? Please let me know. This is LinkedIn. So I hope so many of you guys have a LinkedIn profile. If you want to become a developer and you still don't have a LinkedIn profile, that's really very saddened. I'm very saddened by the fact, because a LinkedIn profile is definitely a must have if you're going to search for internships or job opportunities at any particular point of time. You just can't ignore it. That is one of the major things that you need to have a good LinkedIn profile, maintain it well as well. So this is LinkedIn's website. I'm never going to use this website, right? What about Apple's website without any CSS? Let's load this up and let's disable all the styles. This is Apple's website without any CSS, guys. Just HTML. Are we ever going to use such a website, guys? This just provides a basic skeleton. What images are we going to use? What text are we going to have? That's it. All the other things that you are actually appreciating about the Apple's website is basically done using CSS. That is the styling. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. So in a similar manner, even if I go to, let's assume Instagram.com, let's enable all the styles. Let's go to Instagram.com. So this is the, okay, I will continue in as DevTown. It is taking me a few seconds to load up. Okay, so security code, okay, shit. But basically, it will look like shit. All the basic feature and functionality that you are able to have at any particular point of time, it will all be gone. And we don't want that at any particular point of time, right? CSS is a very important and integral part of our web designing process. And this GIF basically explains the importance of all of these three. Now, in this particular bootcamp, even if you don't know HTML, CSS, don't worry. We are having another bootcamp on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, wherein you will be learning all these three topics in depth. For us, our focus will be at most upon JavaScript, because that is what is important to use React.Js. Now, what is this React.Js? Where is this coming from? Okay, if every website is getting built using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, what is this React.Js? Why is it important? Okay, that's a very big question out there. Now, the first particular point you need to understand is any single website that you're ever going to build has 5 basic pillars. So web development is one of the fields in which you are always going to have jobs, and a lot of jobs, and a very good high paying jobs as well. That you have to agree with this fact, guys. I've been in data science, I've been in artificial intelligence, I've been in web development as well. I'm letting you guys know web development is one of the most in demand fields in the entire world. But if you know it properly, if you feel that web development is basically asking an AI to create a basic front end of a website, a landing page, that is not web development. I can train a chimpanzee to do much more better job than that. That is not web development, guys. Web development is basically you using youtube.com. AI can't develop that. You using netflix.com. AI can't develop that. You using ChatGPT. Again, ChatGPT is also a website and AI cannot develop that. All that needs to be developed by web developers, and that is the most in demand, because any industry in the entire world need to create applications. Maybe it's a mobile app, maybe it's a web app, maybe it's a website, maybe it's an in-house app they are using. All that comes in the web development itself. Now, any kind of app, whether it be the applications, for example, the Android app, the iOS app, all that you are using on your phones itself, or maybe any websites that you're going to create, have 5 basic pillars of development. Okay, that is what I call as the pillars of development itself. The first pillar of development is what we are learning in this bootcamp, that is front end web development. This is where the user interacts with your application. Now, it's not as if, so Netflix is not giving you all the movies and all the TV series in the entire world and sending you a hard disk that, okay, this is all the movies and TV series, here you go, you watch them, you give the hard disk back to us, right? It is not happening. You are accessing the movies and TV series that Netflix is hosting somewhere. Netflix is having that somewhere in the entire world, and you are able to access that through their interface. That is the Netflix website, the Netflix app, or whatever you're using, right? So this front end development is what is where React.Js excels. Now you can create a house using bricks as well as like cement, right? Think about it. You guys can create a house. You want to create a house. So what is the basic unit of it? That is your basic like wall, right? And a wall is basically made up of bricks and cements. Let's try to understand this by drawing it out so that you guys are able to understand it. Now, how do you build this wall? Okay, how do you build this wall itself? You lay out some bricks, right? You take up some bricks, you start laying it out right over here, and then you fill the in between space with cement. You fill the in between space using cement itself, and then you layer another set of bricks and so on and so forth to create a wall. Then you repeat this for the entire house. Now, again, this is the most basic way of creating a house itself. It is very time taking, very cost. Well, like, there's a lot of cost. There's a cost of bricks, there's a cost of cement, there's a cost of labor, there's a cost of time as well. So, all that included is a very costly and a very big problem. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Yes. In a similar manner, if I want to make this process a little bit faster, a little bit more cost efficient, that is where another method came into being. They said that, okay, we will not do this. What we are going to do is we are going to take up two wooden planks. Okay, we'll place two wooden planks right over here. One is here. One plank will push right over here itself. We will close both the sides. Both the sides will just close it off. We'll put iron rods inside of this. Okay, we'll put some iron rods inside of this itself, and then we'll fill the entire thing using cement. We'll fill the entire thing using cement. Now, once the cement cools off in a day or two, we'll just remove the planks, and voila, within a day or two, your entire wall is built. You want to build an entire floor, you create a similar kind of structure for the entire floor. You put down the iron rods, you fill it up with cement, you remove the wooden planks, within a day or two, an entire floor is done. Again, a lot cost efficient, a lot of labor has been removed right over there, very less amount of material has been used as well, and the foundation of this building is now stronger than before, because what you are eliminating is manual work. And the same concept goes with React.Js as well. So initially, all the websites used to be built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Everything needed to be done from the basics. You have to lay down the bricks every time, you have to put down the cement, then lay down another set of bricks, put down the cement, and so on and so forth, wasting a lot of time itself right over there. React.Js came with the picture and said that, okay, you're using HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Are you guys still primitive right over there? Let's use something new. Okay, let's use something new. Let's use a particular system which helps you do things faster and much more efficiently as well. Let me show you guys an example. How many of you guys know what is Airbnb, guys? How many of you guys know what is Airbnb? Can you guys let me know? Airbnb, guys? Anybody who knows Airbnb, guys? Airbnb? Airbnb, guys? Anybody knows Airbnb? Okay, so Airbnb is one of the biggest startups in the entire world, actually. It is basically like I'm having a particular house. I can rent it out on a per day basis and maintain it as a hotel itself. Let us look at Airbnb website, guys, so that you guys are able to understand it. So let's go to airbnb.co.in. And as you're able to see, this is Airbnb's website. Now, are you guys able to see a particular part of this website that is repeating itself again and again and again? Are you guys able to see some part of this website that is getting repeated again and again and again, guys? Can you guys find it out? Can you guys find something out that is getting repeated again and again and again on this website structurally? Structurally, guys. Can you guys let me know what is that? The cards. Great, Harry. Amazing. Harry was the first one to point it out. Amazing, Harry. Love you guys. So right over here, you are able to see that these clouds that are, sorry, these cards that are there on your screen, which contains this photo, which contains the location that is there, which contains how many kilometers away it is, how many days it is available, what is the cost per night itself, that is getting repeated again and again and again. And this, if you were going to build this entire website from the basics, from just using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you will have to recreate. You will have to write the same code for HTML, CSS, JavaScript every single time you are creating a new card. So if there are, for example, 4 cards in front of me, I have to write the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code 4 times. A huge wastage of my time as well as of resources. The longer your code is, the much more time it will take your website to get processed and to be shown to you. It will be very slow. And that is not what we want. We want websites to be as fast as possible, right? So right over there, React just came into the picture. He said, why are you writing the same code again and again? We will create one card, we'll combine the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code together of one card, and we'll call this as a card. Now, every time you want to use a new card, you don't have to write this code again and again. You just have to tell me, I'm React.Js. Tell me you want a card, I'll give you a card directly. You don't have to write the code once again. You just tell me you want a new card, I'll just create the exact same card for you. I will provide you with that card. You don't have to write the code for it once again. And this concept is called as components. And this concept revolutionized the entire industry. It was first introduced by Facebook, and now it is being used by every single company on the planet Earth, because that is how powerful it is, right? Let's take up another example. What changed the entire industry? Let's go to Instagram.com once again. So when you go to Instagram, when you're scrolling, sometimes when you're scrolling the things in Instagram itself, have you guys ever noticed that at some times you like when the all the reels and all the posts are over, Instagram reloads the stuff and shows you more reels and more posts? Do you guys like think about it? Please let me know. Think about it, guys. Every time that you scroll down below very fast, the things get refreshed for you right over there, right? You don't have to do anything. You just okay. So let me just log into Instagram so that I'm able to show you guys. Or else, how many of you guys? Okay, so I'm pretty old, so maybe many of you guys haven't seen this. But sometimes when there was the old Instagram, guys, old Instagram, not the new one. Okay, I'm talking about the old Instagram profiles itself when it was there. If I wanted to see how many new messages are there, okay, I would have to refresh the entire page again and again. I would have to refresh the entire web page again and again, so that any new notification that is coming up, I'm able to see that. Because remember, many of the websites still have that kind of feature that it does not automatically show you how many new messages or how many new notifications are there. Every time you'll have to refresh the page to see no new posts, new reels, or new particular messages. Do you guys remember that? Please let me know. But right now, when I'm using Instagram, if somebody messages me right now, Instagram automatically shows me that okay, a new message has come up. I don't have to refresh my page for that. It automatically shows me that okay, a new message has come up. So components introduce another concept. What happened originally was the entire your original websites, the old websites, used to talk to the entire. Okay, so the old websites that were there had to talk to the backend every single day. So every time if you want to see some new changes in your website, you will have to so website is basically a way to access the data that is stored inside the backend. There is a backend, there is a server, there is all that thing out there. You are accessing that through this front end. Okay, the data is coming from somewhere else. So to get that data again and again, you will have to refresh the entire page so that the website is able to talk to the backend and then give you results that okay, these are the new things that are there. Components told that, okay, every single component that is there on this website from now onwards is a website on its own. Think about every single component as a small website. Okay, think about it in such a way that every single component, maybe this button, maybe this messages that I am able to see right over there, that is the component. And this particular component is a small website on its own. So this component is able to directly talk to my backend. So I don't have to refresh the entire page. This component is able to directly talk to my backend that, dude, is there any new updates for me? If there is, I will show this to the dumb user. Otherwise, like, it's fine. I'm living my life. And that also changed the entire thing. And that was also brought about by React.Js. Not just that, you think that React.Js basically means creating websites, but it's actually not. You can use React.Js to create websites. You can use React.Js to create Android apps. You can use React.Js to create iOS apps. You can use React.Js to create AR, VR apps. You can use React.Js to create Watch OS apps. Okay, your Apple Watch or maybe Google OS Watch apps. You can use it to create a TV app as well. You can use it to create any kind of front end application. Any type of front end application, guys. And that is the reason why learning React.Js has become an inevitable thing. You can't escape that. You have to learn it, right? Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. I think this is pre-recorded. Play pause 65. I'm very sorry to say that it's not, but it's fine. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Yes? Amazing. So let's get started with our JavaScript, guys. Now, again, you don't have to use a computer. We will be able to learn everything from our phones as well. And for that reason, we are not going to go further with any kind of IDE or coding environments itself, code editors itself. We are going to use an online code editor like Replit. Again, the reason for that is, please try to understand, not everybody has a laptop and everybody needs to learn. Okay, so even if you want to use VS Code or something, you can definitely do that, but I will be using an online code editor so that any person can do the exact same thing from a laptop, from a desktop, from a mobile phone, from a tablet, wherever he wants to code. Okay, so we're going to use a free thing itself, again, not paid. I'm also not using the paid version. I will suggest you neither to do that. I've been using the free version for the past 2.5 years, so you guys can also continue with the free version itself. Okay, so many of you guys are saying that the video is not clear. So those Patricks out there, basically, if you don't know, Patrick is from the SpongeBob SquarePants, who lived under a rock for a very long period of time itself, and who have not used YouTube for a very long period of time. Let me help you guys out with that. So when you open up your video, there is a gear-like icon on the top right corner of your of your video. Just click on that. Go into the quality. Increase the quality from 720p to 1080p itself. You will be able to see everything clearly. So it is not a fault from my end. It is that you don't know how to use YouTube. So I'm just guiding you guys. Just do this. You will be able to see the entire video very clearly itself. Okay. Great. Amazing. And those who don't know Patrick, your childhood was not so awesome, I guess. Okay. So let's get started. I'm just going to search. So I'm going to go on google.com and I'm going to write Replit, Replit, Replit. What are the 5 components that you were mentioning? So at the end of today's class, I'll let you know what are the 5 different components that create an entire website. Right now, let's start with JavaScript. What do you guys say? Let's start with JavaScript, guys. Okay, great. Awesome. So right over here, guys, I'm just opening up rebel.com. It's a free website. As you're able to see, I'm using the free version itself. I have not paid for anything. As you're able to see, I'm using the free version. Upgrade is coming from me as well. Once I've opened this up, I want you guys to click on create REPL. Okay. And from that, I want you guys to select Node.js. Okay. I want you guys to select Node.js itself. So this will create an environment for us online wherein we will be able to write our JavaScript code, play around with it, learn a little bit more about JavaScript in general. Very simple, very easy, nothing too complicated. Now, please I'm letting you guys know, please do not code along with me, guys. Now, this is a very opposite thing to what many of the other instructors might tell you. But I always tell to my students, please do not code along with me. Listen to me very carefully. Try to understand everything that I'm teaching in the class, but do not code along with me. I want you guys to listen to me in the class so that you are not missing out on anything. Once the class has ended, then you code what has been taught in the class. That will help you that you are able to revise things, and that thing, whatever you have learned, will become yours for the rest of your life. So that is how you need to practice. If you're writing the code and you're not able to, so in the class, if you're trying to write the code, you're not listening to me correctly, most of the topics are just going over your head itself. You will miss out on a lot of different things, as well as you'll not be able to write code properly because you're not doing it on your own. You're trying to copy somebody, and that won't work. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Okay, great, awesome. So let's get started, guys. Let's start with index.js. So on the left hand side, as you're able to see, you're having the files, whatever files are there inside of your sandbox itself. In the middle, you're having the index.js file where we will be writing our JavaScript code. And then the right hand side, you will be able to see the output of your code itself. So we don't require the file, so I'm just going to close it off. Just like you're having a .ppt file, a .pdf file, a .docs file, similar to that, this file is called as index.js. You can name it as anything. You can name it as shaurya.js as well. I don't care about it. But usually the main JavaScript file is named as index, okay, because that is the main file. But again, that is not compulsory. You can name it as anything. By default, we are taking up index.js. In this particular file, you're going to write your JavaScript code. For example, just like many of the Indians will agree with me right over here, that whenever we start something new, we find it very auspicious to eat curd and sugar before doing that. In a similar manner, when people are learning a new programming languages, we programmers love to write hello world in that particular programming language itself. So let's write hello world in this particular programming language. So to write hello world inside of index.js, it is pretty simple. First of all, you need to understand where your output is going to come. Your output is going to come inside of something called as the console. As you're able to see right over here, this is where on the right hand side your output is going to come, and the output is coming inside of something called as the console, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. We call the shell, the terminal, as the console. Now, due to that reason itself, we want to print something out inside of the console. We want to print hello world inside of the console itself. Now, I want you guys to forget anything that you have learned about programming. I want you guys to forget anything that you have learned about mathematics. Please do let me know what is the meaning of the term log in normal English. I don't know programming. I don't know mathematics. I just know English. What is the meaning of the term log in normal English, guys? Can somebody let me know? What is the meaning of the term log in normal English, guys? Can you guys let me know? So a piece of wood to record something, logins a particular place, okay, word, okay, logging, okay, anything else, guys? Anything else? So many of you guys are still writing word, wooden sticks, okay, to record something, to get into something. Okay, so in a similar manner, guys, the meaning of the term log, logging in, logging out. I will log down the entire thing itself. I'm logging down the happenings of today's class, right? So log also means to record something, to write something down. In this particular manner, we want to record hello world inside of the console. That is what we want to do. We want to write hello world inside of our console, guys. So what you're going to do is inside of JavaScript, you're going to write console, okay, dot log. I want to record something in my console. So I'm selecting the console and I'm going to log something out inside of my console, guys. And then inside of parentheses, I'm going to put hello world. As simple as that. So where do I want to write something out? Inside of the console. What do I want to do? I want to log something out. I want to record something out right over there, right? And then you're having the inverted commas, right? That is hello world. So that is what I want to log out. And at the end, you are having a semicolon. Now, this semicolon basically is like the full stop in your English. In your English language as well, you put a full stop, right? That means an end of a sentence. In a similar manner, instead of programming, semicolon denotes the end of a programming sentence. Okay. So right over here, once you do that, you can save it by doing Control S. And to run this code, you can click on this play button. On the top itself, guys, you are able to see this play button. You can just click on that. It will run this code for you. And as you're able to see, we are getting hello world printed out inside of our console. Are you guys able to see hello world printed out inside of a console, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this hello world being printed out inside of a console? Great. Awesome. In a similar manner, now let's assume we need to learn about some new concepts like variables. We need to learn about constants. We need to learn about another concept such as data types inside of JavaScript, right? So let's start with data types. Right? Every single programming language, or even around you right now, even just look around you itself right now, you will be able to see different kinds of data that exists around you. Maybe my name, Shaurya Sinha, right? That is one type of data that I'm able to see. Maybe the timing. What is the time right now? 9:05. That is the time right now. That is the exact time. That is numbers right over there, right? Maybe you are able to see ones and zeros. That is true and false. That okay, is Shaurya Sinha a good instructor? False. Okay, is Shaurya Sinha good looking? False, right? Does Shaurya Sinha look like a fat Kariminati? True, right? So there are multiple the types of data that you are able to see all around you. Now please do listen to this particular statement very carefully. In every single programming language, so there are multiple programming languages, right? Not just one or two, multiple, even thousands of programming languages are out there. And you can even create your own programming language as well. So there are multiple programming languages. So learning, basically inside of every single programming language, these data has been categorized into various different types. And for every programming languages, these data types will be different. How these data is divided into various different types will be different in different programming languages. So maybe you have learned Python and came to this bootcamp, or maybe C++ and came to this bootcamp. Do not confuse that, okay, I learned those data types in that particular programming language, the same data types will be here as well. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Data types for every single programming languages are different. Data types for every single programming languages are different. For example, for our purposes, JavaScript, a name like Shaurya or Hello World is called as a string. Similar to that, numbers, whether it be decimal numbers, positive numbers, negative numbers, whole numbers, okay, are called as just numbers inside of JavaScript. Your true and false values are called as Boolean values or bool inside of JavaScript. There is a particular method to check what is the data type of a particular object in JavaScript. Let us do that. That particular method is called as the type of function. Okay, type of type of function. This function basically tells you the data type of a particular object. Let's assume I want to check the data type of hello world. I'm just writing hello world right over here. I would just want to check the data type of this particular object. So now to do that, this will give me the data type, but I have to tell JavaScript what to do with that data type, right? This will give me the data type, right? You're having type of hello world, it will give me the data type. Now what to do with this data type? I want to print it out inside of my console, right? I want to print it out inside of my console, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to put the entire thing inside of parenthesis. I'm going to tell that, okay, print this out inside the console. So console dot log. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know what I'm doing right over here. Type of hello world will give me the data type of my particular object, that is hello world, and I am doing a console.log. I'm printing it out inside of my console itself. Now once I've done that, I'll save this, I'll run this right over here. As you're able to see, it is giving me the data type of string. It is giving me the data type of string. What about if I don't use double quotation marks? What if I use single quotation marks right over here? I don't like double quotation marks. I'll use single quotation marks right over here. We'll save this. We'll run this particular thing itself. As you're able to see, it is still a string. So no matter you're creating things with double quotation marks or single quotation marks, it will still create a string. String can contain capital letters. It can contain small letters. It can contain spaces. It can contain numbers, special characters, anything that you want. Strings can contain everything inside of it. And still it will be a string itself at the end. What about numbers, right? What about, let's assume minus 4.1235778. Okay, a negative number right over here, guys, a negative decimal value right over here. Let's save this. Let us run this right over here. As you're able to see, it is still showing as number. What about a positive decimal value? Okay, again it is a number. Nothing is being changed right over there. What if it's a like 4? I'll just remove the dot. It's no longer a decimal value. It's a normal integer itself. It will still show it as a number. What about if that was negative? It will still show it as a number. Any kind of numerical value inside of JavaScript is shown as a number right over there itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this, guys? Please let me know. Okay, many people, I don't know where these people come from. They don't even use their original names itself. They just come in, they say that, oh, so no certificates are going to be given to you. Let's check that up, right? I am always available for any kind of doubts or queries that any kind of student is having. So LinkedIn is a very big platform itself at any particular point of time. And many of you guys, I think so, have used LinkedIn itself. Most of the students who get these certificates at DevTown put it up on their LinkedIn profile. So as you're able to see, most of these reactions, I have not even opened that up. I don't have time to go through every single one of them. No issues. I will just open one of the stuff up right over there. So this particular student attended the Python A to Z bootcamp that happened previously. That was a Python based bootcamp that happened. And these are the 3 certificates that they received: the DevTown certificate right over here, the Google certificate, and the Amazon certificate as well. Maybe for a previous bootcamp, if I'm able to search, I will be able to get somebody who got for that as well. Maybe a random, I'm just opening it up. This student got the certificates for what? This was also for Python and artificial intelligence. So that happened pretty much a long time ago itself. Maybe some other student who posted the certificates. So this was the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript bootcamp, the Netflix clone bootcamp that we had. Again, every single student who received the certificates get like posted up on LinkedIn. So certificates are not going to go to everybody. Okay, because then there's no value of the certificates. Certificates are only going to go to those students who have 100% attendance, who come to the class live on time. They don't miss any classes. They learn something right over there. Only those type of students are going to get the certificates. The rest of the students who are irregular to the classes, who don't come to the classes live, who are not paying attention to the classes, will not be able to get the certificates. It's as simple as that. Certificates are for free. Bootcamp is for free. We are not charging anything for that. But you should respect our time as well, right? It is not as if like we are here also here to do time pass. We're here to create a community, and being in a community, you need to be on time, you need to be punctual. That is all that we want from you guys. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, if you're not coming to classes, you're not following instructions, you're not listening. So if you're not listening to me in the class, that means you're not following instructions. And then you come to the later bootcamp and you say, oh, he doesn't give you certificates. You are not going to get any certificates, man. If you're not able to follow some simple process, then leave a certificate, you'll not be able to get a job as well. You need to be able to understand what the person in front of you is trying to speak, right? Okay. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Just a second. Okay. Let's continue from right over there. So the next thing that we are going to do right now is that we have seen the type. Okay, why is there a space right over here? So guys, there should be no space. Okay, I don't know why that space came up right over there. I also have no idea. Don't put any kind of space right over there itself, guys. And we'll just remove this. Okay, so now that you have understood some of the data types that exist, let's move on to the next particular topic, that is variables inside of JavaScript. Now, everybody has been in school, right? It's not a joke right now. Every one of you guys have been in school or in college at some particular point of time. Now, from your childhood, as soon as you grow older, you have a friend circle. And if you guys are really friends, your friends don't use a original name, right? In my friend circle, no, none of my friends are going to call me as Shaurya Rakesh Sinha, come here and help us, right? It's not going to be the case. You're going to have a nickname assigned to you. Now, in school, that nickname will be funny. In college, that nickname will be abusive. That is the beauty of having friends with time, right? So, for example, for me, I'm not going to use my nickname on college. That is very abusive, I think. So, I will get banned on YouTube. But on my school days, I had very curly hair, right? So, people used to call me as Maggie, and those who are very close to me used to call me as Jelly Bee Maggie. Basically, burnt noodles. That was my name because of the black, thick hair and the curly hair itself. Now, this name that is being nicknamed, that has been assigned to me, Maggie, that basically refers to the same person, right? There's only one Maggie in the school, that is Shaurya Sinha. And it refers to the name Shaurya Sinha itself. So if I'm saying to somebody that, okay, Maggie is the one who has got the highest score, or Maggie is the one who failed the exam this time, people are able to understand who am I referring to. I'm referring to Shaurya Sinha itself. I don't have to say Maggie, who is Shaurya Sinha? He has failed the exam right over there, right? I don't have to say it like that. I just have to say Maggie, and people are able to understand who I'm talking about. Now, in a similar manner, when you're coding, okay, you don't want to use the same data again and again and again, right? For example, you're having a name that is Shaurya Rakesh Sinha. You don't want to write Shaurya Rakesh Sinha 30,000 times inside of your code. Now, that is not like a good practice. What if that name needs to be changed right now? It needs to be changed to Shaurya Sinha. I just have to remove the Rakesh from right of there. I'll have to go to all those 30,000 places and change that name. Again, a very time taking process. Again, a very badly built process right over there. So what we do, we give a nickname to that particular value. Instead of calling it as a particular like, okay, Shaurya Rakesh again and again, I'm going to give this particular value, this name, a nickname. And I'm going to call that nickname every single time I'm referring to by that value. So inside of programming as well, we can create these nickname kind of structures that instead of using the original value, we'll use this nickname. Now, this is what we call as variables inside of programming. Now, variables is also a topic that you guys have already learned in 5th and 6th standard. That is your X and Y's. Find your X, find your Y's. Okay, so finding Y's basically gives you the answer to life, and finding your X basically gives you just depression and a lot of different problems and anxiety in your life. Okay, so keeping that in mind, guys, these were the same thing that has been taught to you guys in 5th and 6th standard. There is a value, you don't want to use that value again and again, so you save it inside of a variable. You provide it with a nickname that, okay, from today, X is equals to 15. And then you use it right over there, right? In a similar manner, let us create our own variable inside of JavaScript. Creating a variable is very simple, very easy. Okay, you start by telling JavaScript, dude, I want to create a variable. Okay, so var, dude, I'm going to create a variable. Now, what is the nickname that you are assigning to this variable, guys? Let's call it as Maggie, on Maggie, Maggie. That's the nickname I'm assigning. That is the variable name, guys. Now, what does this Maggie hold? What is the value stored inside of this Maggie? Is equals to the value that is stored inside of it, Shaurya Sinha, and then semicolon. As simple as that, I've created my very first variable. Nothing too difficult, nothing too challenging about it itself. Now, if I want to use this value, I don't have to write Shaurya Sinha again. I want to print something out. I can just write it down right over here. Okay, that is console.log and then Maggie. Because now Maggie is actually referring, it basically contains the value Shaurya Sinha inside of it. Right. So if I run this code, as you're able to see, the print is not happening of Maggie. It is happening of the value that is present inside of it. That is Shaurya Sinha. Are you guys able to see this and understand it? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this and understand it, guys? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this and understand this, guys? Please let me know. Great. Awesome, guys. Okay, the next thing that we need to understand is we have created a variable. What is the value of pi, guys? Can you guys let me know? I'm creating a variable called as pi. What is the value of pi? Can somebody let me know? I think so. Everybody should know the answer of this question, right? What is the value of pi, guys? Can you guys let me know? 3.14. Okay, that is the value of pi. 3.14. I'm writing 3.14. Can this value of pi be changed? Can I change this value? Can the value of pi be 5.14, guys? Can the value of pi be 5.14? Tell me, can the value of pi be 5.14, guys? No? Value of pi can never be changed. It should always remain as 3.14. It is a constant. It is not something that can be changed at any particular point of time. But declaring my pi inside of my JavaScript code as a variable, I can do this. I can just go to the next line. I can do pi is equals to pi plus 2. I just change the value of pi right over here. Now the value of pi is 5.14, but I shouldn't be able to do that. The value of pi once declared should not be able to change. You should not be able to modify it. You should not be able to update it. You should not be able to change it at any particular point of time. But because we are declaring it as a variable instead of JavaScript, legally we can do it. But that shouldn't be the case. And this is the reason why you have something called as a constant inside of JavaScript. Now, this constant basically means that when I'm declaring pi, not as a variable, but as a const, C-O-N-S-T, const, or the term constant, I cannot do this. I cannot do pi is equals to pi plus 2. It will give me an error. Why? Because now pi is a constant. It can only be used. Now I can only use the value of pi. I cannot change it. I cannot modify it. I cannot update it. I can only use it. Pi will always have the value of 3.14 directly itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So variables are created in such a way that you can update it, modify it, but you don't want to do it always. Okay, you maybe at some particular point of time you want to create a value like pi, which you don't want any particular developer. So please try to understand this. When you are working in a company, you are not the only developer working on the project, and the project that you're going to work upon might have lakhs of lines of code. So you don't want somebody else to mistake this pi as a variable and change the value downhill, or you yourself, because of like maybe you have spent 3 years programming this particular program on the software, you just forgot that this pi was not a constant, it was a variable itself, and you change the value. You don't want that mishap to be happening at any particular point of time. So just as a precaution, you declare it as a constant itself, that no matter if anybody is trying to change the value of pi in the future as well, they just can't. Why? Because it has been declared as a constant. Okay, so another thing that is there is let. We are not going to study let right now. We'll be studying let once we start React.Js, because understanding that we need a practical example for it, which we'll be learning while doing React. We'll be facing a problem while learning React, wherein your let, wherein your const as well as variable won't be working properly. So there we'll try to understand what is this new term let and why is it so important for us? Why is it different from var and const? All that we'll be understanding it right over there. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Trying to make sure that it is not too difficult for you guys. That is the reason why. Okay, great. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Okay, so we'll stop today right over here. I don't want your first day to be very hectic. But from tomorrow onwards, guys, the classes are going to be for 90 minutes long, because we have to cover a lot. Please try to understand this. Today was just a normal day. So I'm being a little bit slow, making sure that you guys are able to grasp on to the topics properly itself. But from tomorrow onwards, you have to study a lot. We have to study React.Js, we have to do project, we have to finish JavaScript as well. Somewhere in the middle, we'll have to learn a little bit, not a lot, a little bit of HTML as well. So a lot needs to be covered, right? Due to that reason itself, guys, please try to understand this. The classes are going to be of 90 minutes every single day, maybe 60 to 90 minutes, depending on some days itself. And again, the classes are for free, the certificates are for free. The only thing that we are demanding from you is that the classes are going to start at the same time, right? You have to come to the class on time. The attendance can be taken up at any particular point of time. I can take up the attendance in the first 5 minutes. I can take up the attendance in the first 30 minutes. I can take up multiple attendance in the same class as well. You have to make sure that you are sitting in the class on time. You're paying attention to the class. Otherwise, you will miss on the attendance and you will miss on the certificates, which I don't want for you guys, right? You're putting in so much effort. You're coming in to learn, get the benefits, right? Get the certificates as well. Okay. Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. Every day, so whatever time the class started today, at the same time, every single day, the classes will be starting. So how was today's class, guys? So can you give me a little bit of feedback for today's class? Please let me know. How was today's class, guys? Can you guys please let me know? Was it fine? Okay, great. What was the feedback? I will be able to understand from that. Any type of, see, for me, I want to make sure that you guys are able to understand everything properly and there's no problems with that, right? So that's the reason why I'm asking if there is anything that you want to get changed in the class. I'll definitely do that for you guys. You don't have to worry about that. My job is to make sure that you guys are able to understand everything properly and you guys are able to learn things properly as well. Okay. So just as a suggestion to you guys, after today's class, whatever we have learned, we have not learned a lot. Whatever we have learned, try to revise it. Give just 5-10 minutes. I'm not asking for a lot of time. Just 5-10 minutes, guys. Whatever we have learned, try to code it once on your own. Okay, wherever you're stuck, you're not able to understand, put down in the comment section of the video itself. I will help you guys out right over there. Okay, try to make sure that you are coding every single day. If you're doing that, you will be able to understand everything. If you're not, see, coding is not something that you can learn just by sitting in a class. Please try to understand this. Nobody can. Okay. So if you want to learn coding properly, you want to make sure that you are able to get internships, you're able to get jobs as well. Make sure you are actually programming. Make sure you are actually coding. Otherwise, actually, you're wasting your time coming to this class. I'm being very frank with you guys. Certificates don't matter. They don't carry a lot of weightage. Your knowledge does. The more that is up here, that is what is going to get you jobs. That is what is going to get you internships. That is what is going to make sure that you're landing up in a very good, highly paid place. So if you want that, please make sure that you are paying attention and you are learning every single day itself. Okay. Okay. So now that is clear with you guys. One just help I want for you guys, a little bit of help itself. Attendance I'll give you guys. The class is not over. Just the study is over. Okay. The one help that I want from you guys is that the way that we are able to provide you guys with these free certificates from Google, Amazon, then we had Microsoft as well. Currently, we don't have that. Maybe in a few months, we'll again be able to have Microsoft back with us to provide you guys with more certificates. But the way that we are able to do that is to show them that the community actually liked the sessions that were going on. They participated in the sessions. They are becoming a part of our community itself. So if it's possible, if it is not a big deal for you guys, I will request this thing. It will not take more than a minute or two. Just scroll a little bit down the video and do like and subscribe to the channel. So you have to basically come to the classes every single day. So subscription will make sure that you are able to see the videos on time, and do like the video as well, so that we are able to understand how many of the students who participate in the bootcamp actually liked the program as well. So in that way, we are able to understand if we are going somewhere wrong or we need to change things or do something else. Okay. So if it's possible, if it's not a big deal, it's not wasting a lot of time for you guys, then just scroll. It will not take you more than a minute. Just scroll a little bit down and do like and subscribe to the channel. Both, please try to do it. Okay. Just as a humble request from my end, I'm not telling you it's compulsory or something like that. If you feel that you were able to learn something or do that, do it. Okay. Okay. Great. The next thing is that the next particular bootcamp, like I said, we want you guys to continue learning further. We want to make sure that you guys are always growing and always practicing programming. So the next bootcamp that we're going to start is from the 3rd of the next month, that is 3rd of October. The bootcamp is going to be on Python and artificial intelligence. So you will be learning Python programming in its entirety. I will be the one who will be teaching you. You will be learning about artificial intelligence. What is AI? And why is it so much in demand right now, as well as how to create your own AI. So we'll be creating an artificial intelligence agent. We'll be creating an AI that can play tic-tac-toe. So the cross and zeros that you guys used to play with your friends, right? We'll be creating an AI which will be able to play cross and zero with you or with anybody else. And I'm guaranteeing you one thing, either it will win or it will make sure that the game is tied. Okay, that is the AI that we are going to create from scratch, from the utmost basics. I'll be writing the code of every single line. I'll be explaining you guys everything as well, so you don't have to worry about that. So that is the bootcamp that is going to start from 3rd. So how many of you guys will be interested in such a bootcamp, guys? Because I need to understand how many of you guys will be interested in that. Please let me know. How many of you guys will be interested in that, guys? Please let me know. And guys, for those who are studying AI and data science, do not say that, just say data science. The reason why I'm saying is, if you will be participating in the AI bootcamp, I will be letting you guys know what is data science, what is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, and why saying all these 3 things is basically a fool's paradise. These three things do not exist separately. They are just one and the same. Okay, so I'll be explaining everything to you guys. You don't have to worry about that. This is my field, so I'm also very excited for the bootcamp. So in today's attendance, guys, there will be the registration for that as well. So again, it's a free bootcamp. If you want to participate in that, there's no charge. The certificates are also for free. The only thing that we ask from you guys is your enthusiasm. That's it. We just want you guys to be excited. You guys to be coding every single day, and you guys to be like, oh, next bootcamp, let's go. Okay, that's it. So I'll be providing you guys the registration for that in today's attendance. I'm going to share the attendance with you guys right now. I'm just creating the attendance. Just give me a minute or two so that I'm able to create the attendance right now. It'll take me more than that, but still, if it's possible, just wait for a minute or two, guys, so that I'm able to create the attendance form for you guys. Okay. But in the meanwhile, if you have still not liked the video, subscribe to the channel, you guys can definitely do that. In the meanwhile, I'll just create the attendance for you guys. Give me a second or two, guys. Okay. In the meanwhile, guys, if you guys want, you guys can subscribe to the channel and like the video. I'm just creating the attendance. It will take me a minute or two. So just be patient with me, guys. I'm a little bit slow with things. I'm able to understand that. I'm really very sorry for that. Okay. Just give me a second or two, guys. So guys, again, just a quick reminder after today's class, make sure that you are practicing what is being taught to you guys. Okay. See, I am able to understand. You guys feel that, okay, we are in a class. We should learn everything in the class. I can only guide you guys. I can help you guys out. But if you're not programming, then there's no point of attending the classes. That is my basic idea. Okay, I've taken up interviews for more than 15 different companies. I've placed more than 3,000 students in various different companies itself. I'm guaranteeing you one thing, just listening to the class is not going to make of anything. Having hundreds of certificates in your resume is not going to help you with anything. Only your knowledge does. Okay. And if you really want to learn what is being taught to you guys, make sure that you guys are learning, you're pushing yourself properly. Please try to make sure that you guys are able to learn what is being taught to you guys. If you don't feel that I don't have any kind of advantage by you guys practicing what is being taught in the class, right? There's nothing that I am benefiting from. But this is my humble like guidance that I can give you guys at the end. That's all that I can do, right? So if you feel that whatever I'm saying is not something that is wrong, try to implement upon it if it's possible. I hope so that you guys will do. I know you guys are bright students. You guys are coming here. You guys are giving your time to learn. So please do that. Okay. Okay, guys. So this will be your attendance for today's class. Now, please listen to me very carefully on what I'm going to say right now and how to fill up your attendance. First thing, please do remember when the attendance link is going to provide. Every day, I'm going to provide a different kind of link. So if you're not present in the class, you're not listening to me properly, you will miss out on the attendance. Okay. Secondly, use the exact same email ID to fill out your attendance every single day. From today till the last day of the boot camp, I'm going to take up multiple attendances. So every single day, make sure you're using the same email to fill up your attendance. And that is my suggestion to you guys. Otherwise, we'll not be able to send you guys the certificates. Okay. The third particular thing is once the attendance has been given to you guys, today the attendance link will be opened up for 10 minutes so that you guys are able to understand how to fill up the attendance. But from tomorrow onwards, we'll only be given 5 minutes within the class. Maybe in the first 10 minutes, I'll give you the attendance for 5 minutes and then I will close the attendance. If you are not present in the class, you're not focusing in the class, we'll just miss on the attendance itself. That I don't want for you guys. Okay, so today I'm giving you guys 10 minutes. Learn how to fill up the attendance. Now, when I will be giving you guys the attendance, many of you guys will be trying to access the form, right? So you'll get an error saying that there is traffic. Okay, traffic, you are not able to access the website, traffic error or something like that. Do not worry. Just refresh or reload the attendance. It will work for you. So can you guys let me know if your attendance is not working properly, if you're getting a traffic error, what to do? Can you guys let me know if you are getting an error? You're getting a traffic error. You're not able to open up the form. What to do, guys? Can you guys let me know? Refresh or reload the attendance. Amazing, guys. Again, today you have 10 minutes. From tomorrow onwards, if you're not present in the class on time, you will just miss out on your attendance. I don't want that for you guys. I want to make sure that you guys are getting your attendance, but that is only for people who are paying attention, right? So I'm going to give you guys the attendance link right now. It will be present in the live chat, guys. You guys can start filling up your attendance. I will even pin the attendance in the live chat. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:45. So please start filling up your attendance, guys. The attendance link will be open up until 9:45. Please start filling up your attendance. I've also pinned up the attendance, guys, so you don't have to worry about that. Please start filling up your attendance. If you guys are getting a traffic error or something like that, just refresh or reload the attendance. Okay, just refresh or reload the attendance, guys. The attendance you have to give up by opening this Google form. You are able to see this Google form inside of the live chat. You just have to open it up and fill up your attendance. That's it. Yeah, just open that up and fill up your attendance, guys. That is it. So please do that, guys. Please do that. I have provided you guys with the attendance link in the live chat. You're able to see the attendance link is in the live chat. The attendance link is working absolutely fine. As you're able to see, people have already started filling up the attendance as well. So please make sure that you are able to fill up the attendance. Okay. So as an IT student, should I study different languages or only the one which is suitable for my study is fine? By the way, which language is suitable for IT students? Rishit, even if you know one programming language or even if you know 30 programming languages, actually it does not matter. Learning a programming language is not going to get you any jobs. Learning data structures and algorithms, learning technology, learning web development, creating projects is what is going to get you jobs, right? So my suggestion to you would be to learn only two programming languages. One programming language just for data structures and algorithms and computer programming, and another programming language for creating your projects. Now, for example, if you are choosing to do web development, then my suggestion would be learn data structures and algorithms in C++. So C++ is the first programming languages, not C, not C sharp, C++ for data structures and algorithms, or Java. Any of that is totally fine. And JavaScript to be learned for web development purposes. That will be my suggestion to you. How many languages have you mastered? So I will frankly say to you guys, zero. You can never master a programming language because programming languages are very, very, very in depth. Even as a developer for the past 5 years working in companies like Google, I've never been able to say that I've mastered a programming language. What you can do is try to explore the language as much as possible, try to gain an idea about that language, have some experience with that. That is all that you can do. Okay. Next lecture is tomorrow, absolutely at the same time. I hope that you will be coming to the class properly on time itself. Okay. So will the crash course be happening anytime soon? So like I've already told you, the crash course will be launched on 30th. Oh shit! I told that it will be launched on 23rd and 24th, right? So maybe in the next 2 to 3 days it will be launched. Okay, I've created the crash course. Everything is done. Is that the upload is left? It's a 30-hour long crash course, right? So it is going to take me some time to upload it. But as soon as it is done, I will provide it to you guys, right? Sir, I have not registered for this bootcamp. No issues. Make sure that you are filling up the attendance on time itself. Also, make sure that you are registering for the next bootcamp so that you don't face the same issues, right? So the attendance has been provided to you guys. I hope that most of you guys have actually, so many of you guys have actually filled your attendance as well. That really great to see you guys. Okay. And I hope that you will be coming to the class tomorrow on time. There is no aptitude test for Google. I'm very sorry to say this, but Google does not take any aptitude test. They take up a very difficult coding exam itself. If you have failed that, that basically means you don't have IQ. That is the reason why. Okay. Uh, is it very hard to get a job in the IT sector being in core branch, specifically mechanical engineering? Absolutely not. Companies don't discriminate between a CSE student and a mechanical engineer student. Now, how many CSE students are there inside of today's class, guys? Can you guys tell me? How many of you guys are from CSE? These guys will be able to back me up as well. How many of you guys are from CSE, guys? Please let me know. Anybody who is from CSE? Can you guys vouch for something that I'm going to say right now? It is going to look a little bit not so great, but can you guys vouch for something? Whatever is being taught to you guys inside of your college, None of that is actually helpful in placements. Do you guys agree or disagree with me? Whatever is being taught to you guys, does that get you any kind of like help inside of your placements? I also studied CSE, right? They never taught me anything that was asked inside of my placements or inside of my interviews or anything. I had to study everything on my own. At DevTown, we have placed more than 3,000 students. This, for example, this is one of the students of ours who recently got placed at Adobe as an SDE2. Okay, so he sent us an email itself. He got a job role at Adobe as SDE2 right now. So this email is from, I think so, just yesterday night itself, as you're able to see here. And just to let you guys know, most of these students actually are not from CSE. They're from chemical, they're from civil, they're from BBA, BCA, BCom. One of the students that I recently placed, he was studying maritime engineering and merchant navy. These two students of mine, they got placed into Amazon as front-end React engineers. We had one student who was from hotel management. He got placed into Google as an SDE at a package of 58 lakhs per annum. The point is, companies don't care where are you from or what you're pursuing. They care about your knowledge, they care about your skill set, they care about your experience. You have these three things, any company will hire you. If you don't have these three things, even if you're from IIT or NIT, no company is going to hire you. It is as simple as that. Companies don't care about the brand logo, they care about you. Are you able to get the job done or not? Okay. Try to make sure, guys, that study, practice, learn, okay, as much as possible. You guys are here, you guys are with me. I'm able to see your questions, I'm able to see your enthusiasm. Never let it die. That is the thing that keeps you motivated. Just motivate yourself. The class is over. It's basically I'm just ranting about some things. Okay, great guys, awesome. We'll meet in tomorrow's class, guys. I hope many of you guys have been able to fill up your attendance. We'll meet tomorrow and we'll continue from right over there. Will that be fine, guys? Let's go. Right? We'll end the class. We'll meet in tomorrow's class. Again, if you guys haven't liked the video, subscribe to the channel. Please do that. It really helps us a lot to convince companies to get back to you guys and provide you guys with more certificates. So it really helps us a lot as well. So thank you so much, guys. We'll meet tomorrow, right? Bye, guys. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye, bye.